Hello everyone, I'm JamEz and welcome back to more JamPack. Today, I'm going to try and make a, oh, look at that creeper up there, he's just nodding his head around. So yeah, today we're going to try and make a sort of factory, I guess. Not really a factory, but just sort of, I don't know, a basic little building which we can do to put some machines in, which we're actually going to make this episode as well. So, let's get going. So the first thing we need to do actually is destroy a load of these trees because they're sort of in the way, and I'm also going to like destroy part of this mountain as well, so it's going to take quite a while to do, but by the end of this episode we should have quite a lot of good stuff. A lot later on we'll be able to destroy hills like in an instant, like just one click destroys like a massive area. So the way I want to be doing these episodes is have sort of more or less a building episode and then sort of a mining episode, and that's how I'm going to do it for the next like at least 2 episodes, which I think would be a nice decent number to start with. So what I'm deciding to do is, as you can see, I'm sort of going down in steps. So 1, 1, 1, and I'm just going to keep on going down like this until we get to the same level as our farm, which should be Y63. Yep, Y63. So we're going to keep on going down like this, and we should then have a nice clearing for a nice little sort of building, I guess. So I'm actually deciding to extend the land out just a little bit more than what we should have done, really. So as you can see, this is where I originally cut it off, but now I'm extending it out to here, just because we'll have just a little bit more room to build with. I know we're going to have quite a bit of room here, but I want just a little bit more room just to be on the safe side. Aha! Hello there, creeper. Come over here to me. Right here would be good. Thank you. Really helped me out there. See, not all creepers are bad. Creepers can help you out sometimes. I mean, it's just free TNT, isn't it? Right, so as you can see out here, I've dug out quite a lot of this. I'm still in the works of moving it all and changing stuff. But right here, I'm actually going to put a temporary chest, and it's going to be a junk chest. So this is just going to be for stuff that I don't like need. It's just going to be a load of rubbish chests, basically. So what I'm going to first do is actually start by destroying all of this high stone and replacing it with grass, which I think would be pretty nice. And we are actually going to be using high stone for our building, so that is a pretty good thing that there's all of this here. To be honest with you, I only decided we should build it out of high stone because it was here. So one thing we can do, by putting seeds like that, and dirt like that, we can actually make grass blocks, which is kind of cool actually. That is part of the Majestic Project mod. And what the Majestic Project mod is it's a pretty cool mod. It actually allows you to have a lot more crafting recipes, basically. Excuse me, chicken. Can you move? I need to place a block there. The chicken farm is virtually full. Oh dear. Right. What on earth are we going to do? We're going to have to move some of these actually to the junk chest. We've got to, really. And so we have flattened it all out finally. Jeez, that took a very long time, but it was worth it because now we've got a very nice bit of land we can actually build on, unlike that massive pile of dirt that was here before. And yeah, as you can see, we got quite a lot of stuff here, just a little bit. Okay, so now we're actually going to make some things which we are going to put inside of this building. Now, this is the fun part. This is where all the interesting and cool bits start. Today is a day in history. We're going to make our first machine. So first thing you want to start doing is start smelting 1 sticky resin. When the sticky resin is smelted, you then want to start smelting 4 tin ore. Then you want to smelt 3 copper ore and have 2 redstone on you ready. Meanwhile, you want to start smelting some iron, because you're going to need it. Right, so we're now ready to start making what is called the generator. So the generator is this. Now what this does is it will be able to, of course, generate power for us. Now power can be used to power machines, and machines will allow us to do all sorts of awesome stuff. So to make an RE battery, what you would first want to do is put copper ingots in a line like this, which will make uninsulated copper cables. You then want to place 1 in there, in the crafting table, anywhere, it doesn't matter, it's a free crafting recipe, and put 1 rubber in there, which will make 1 copper cable. Now what you do, put a copper cable in the top middle, 2 redstone underneath it, and 4 tin around it to make a battery. Now as you can see, it sort of resembles the shape of a battery because you've got the little knobbly bit on the top, which is the copper cable. You've got the juice inside, which is the redstone. And then you've got the tin outside, which is sort of the casing of it, I guess. So there you go, an RE battery. Next thing you want to do is take some iron that you smelted and smelt them inside the furnace. That's right, iron ingots. Because iron ingots smelted will make refined iron ingots. So now we've got the refined iron, all we need now is, well, yeah, we need this iron furnace now to make the next thing. Okay, it's the moment of truth. So you put the iron furnace at the bottom, you put 3 refined iron over the top of it, and 1 RE battery on top of that, which will make a generator. Next thing you want to do is smelt some more sticky resin, so you've actually got cables which you can use. So you want to make sure you've got some flint lying around, so take 3 flint. Then you want to take 2 cobblestone, and now we need 8 refined iron to make a machine block. So what you want to do to make a machine block is put 8 refined iron in a circle like this, with a hole in the middle. The next step is the painful part. So you want to put 3 copper cables down at the bottom, 3 copper cables at the top, 2 redstone either side, and 1 refined iron in the middle to make an electronic circuit. You then put the electronic circuit here, at the bottom middle, 3 flint across the top, redstone either side, and put a machine block in the middle to make a macerator. I'll be explaining all what the machines do when we actually place them. So next you want to make an iron furnace. So now we make another electronic circuit. And now we put electronic circuit on the top, iron furnace underneath it, and 2 redstone next to it to make an electric furnace. This is the moment of truth. We're now going to start building. So I think I'm going to start by putting 1 block there and another block there. So I've made this sort of 3x3 door area that we're going to use, and I'm going to have some high cobblestone going around here to make a little door to go into. So this is what I've done so far. I've put some high stone in between here with 2 gap windows with 4 high low stone bricks going across like that. Okay, so I've done exactly the same around the back and the side, only for the middle where the door is opposite I've just put a 1 window here. Just to let you all know, this is sort of my generic style of building. I do pretty much every single building in this same design. So for now this is enough room, but for later on it's going to be nowhere near enough room. So we might have to expand out just a little bit. So for now we're actually going to build along this wall right here on the left, just so we don't actually get into troubles where we don't have enough room to expand out, or if we expand out we'll just be left with a load of machines in the middle of the floor. So I'm going to expand out, so I'm going to place all my machines on this wall just so we don't have that issue further in the future. First off, what we want to do is place down our generator, so I'm going to put it down right here, and yeah, you can see it looks like a furnace pretty much. So I've decided that I'm going to be moving this wall out right now rather than later, because I already know we're not going to have enough room. Also, I do not like this high stone at all, so what I think I'm going to do is actually smelt the high stone and see how that looks instead of this high cobblestone. Something I want to do before that though is actually place down the generator. Of course, so I've just moved it across by 1 block because it looked a bit derpy in the corner. So you see these copper cables right here? What you want to do is place 1 underneath the generator. It could be to the side, you can, but I'd prefer to have it underneath the floor so you can't see all the cabling. So I actually forgot to make something earlier, and I know this seems a bit all over the place at the moment, but trust me, it will get better. So next thing we want to do, which can be a little bit expensive, is make 3 batteries. So now what we want to do, 3 wood on the bottom, 1 on the top left, 1 on the top right, so it makes like a little face or whatever. Put 1 copper cable there at the top middle, then put 3 batteries along the side, which will make a bat box. So what will happen now is when we were to put coal inside the generator, it will make energy, which will then go through this cable into the bat box, giving it power. We can then put copper cables on the top of it to put down our macerator. So you see, I'm connecting the bat box up to these wires. Now this little orange circle has to connect to one of these copper cables because that's where the power's coming out of. So the little orange splodge needs to be connected to the copper cables, which will then be connected to this machine. And this is where the fun part comes, because what we now have is the access to double our ores. So let me show you what I'm on about. So if we put coal in here, in the generator, as you can see it'll start using up coal pretty quickly, but in the back box we are now gaining power, and this little red bar will keep going up, filling up until it's full. So now what we can do is put our iron ore inside of the macerator, which will then start working, and it will give us 2 tin dust. What we're going to do now is make something else, so put 1 cobble on the left, 1 cobble on the right, and 1 glass in the middle to make pipes. And you want to do exactly the same with wood, to make wooden pipes. Next thing we're going to create is a little bit more tricky, but it's still pretty easy. So you want to make some sticks, put them in this shape to make 2 wooden gears. Now we make a piston. Then we want to put 3 wood at the top, any kind, piston at the bottom, piece of glass in the middle, and the 2 wooden gears on either side, which will make us a redstone engine. So now if we make a lever, so now what we're going to do is put down the wooden pipe here, and then we want to put down the engine here, along with the lever back here. Oh wow, I just realised, look at that, we've got a birch crafting table. That's really nice. Now we're going to create a chest. Looks like we've got a birchwood chest as well. Oh, look at that, that's really nice. Flick the switch to make the redstone engine start. What it will then do, start pumping out the iron dust into this chest. Now, what we're going to do is when we've got more copper cables, is instead of having the chest here, we're going to put down the electric furnace. So what will happen is the iron will get macerated into iron dust. It will then go through this wooden pipe that's being activated by the redstone engine, which is being powered by the torch, which is being powered by the lever. It will then go through the wooden pipe into the electric furnace, which will then be smelted, and then it will go from another wooden pipe, which will be powered by a redstone engine, going into a chest. Because then, once you smelt iron dust, it'll turn into iron ingots. So that is the plan. Now, the next thing that we need more of is rubber, because we don't have enough rubber to connect everything up. So that means, very quickly, before it gets dark, we're actually going to go on a little rubber quest to see if we can find some trees with rubber on it. So now what we're going to do is put pipes leading underneath this redstone engine, going along here, and what we need to do now is actually stop this from working, and what we need to do instead is place down an electric furnace, which will be powered by the generator because it is also connected up with copper cables. Now what we do, if we flick the lever and put the iron dust in here, it'll start to smelt. So we're going to make another redstone engine, put the redstone engine down, power it, and it'll start to get pumped out of here. So I'll have you know that depending on what side you put the pipes will depend on where it goes. So for example, if you were to put a pipe leading into the bottom of the macerator, then the iron would go in the bottom part rather than this part. Now you're probably thinking, why have you dug up the floor, you messy idiot? Well, I'm actually going to put a floor in here, and what we can do actually is when we put the floor in, it will completely cover all of this piping and stuff from underneath, so it'll be perfectly fine. So if you enjoyed this video, please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe, and I am going to sleep in my brand new bed that I just made. Oh yeah.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please click the like and subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitter at JamEz if you so please. Goodbye.